Namaste, everyone. My name is Pooja, and today I'm going to be telling you about the fascinating life of Shakuntala Devi. You may recognize her name from the movie that was released last year based on her life adventures. If not, allow me to explain what made her such an interesting figure in Indian history. Shakuntala was born in Bangalore in 1929. She grew up poor and, for the most part, without any formal schooling. However, things changed for her when she was 3 years old and her father, a magician and circus performer, was showing her a card trick. That was the moment where he discovered that she had the ability to memorize numbers on sight. Then he began to take her along on his shows to make more money off of her mathematical prowess. Soon after, word spread about her astonishing talent, and she became known as a child prodigy worldwide. At the mere age of 6, she visited the University of Mysore to showcase her astonishing talents. Jumping forward to 1950, Shakuntala Devi went on a tour all around Europe, demonstrating her ability and impressing audiences from all different backgrounds, which is shown in this clip. That year, she was interviewed on the BBC network. The host gave her a very difficult problem to solve. In a matter of seconds, Devi had the problem solved, but the host said that her answer was incorrect from what they had calculated. After rechecking, they realized that she was actually correct. Talk of this interview made it across the world, and there Shakuntala Devi earned the title of the human computer. In 1977, another major event of Devi's made it to the books. She was at the Southern Methodist University when she gave the 23rd root of a 201-digit number in 50 seconds, beating a special computer that was created to compute large roots like this, whose record was 62 seconds. Here is a clip from the movie that depicts this moment.
546372891. That took 50 seconds. The computer still calculated. There it is. The computer got it in 62 seconds. She's right. Mr. V calculated the 23rd root of a 201-digit number faster than the fastest computer in the universe. Oh, thanks, ma'am. Mr. V, how? How do you do it? How?
That same year, she wrote a book on mental calculations called Figuring: The Joy of Numbers, and ended up publishing several other books on mathematics. Not only did she have a passion for math, but she was also an avid astrologer who wrote and sold several books on that topic. In 1980, however, she completed the multiplication of two 13-digit numbers, which were picked randomly by the Imperial College of London, and she answered it correctly. The two numbers picked are shown here, and this was the answer that Davy gave. This was such a great feat that she accomplished, it was even recorded in the 1982 Guinness Book of Records. In 1988, a professor of psychology at Berkeley, Arthur Jensen, even had the opportunity to test her abilities, and he published his discoveries in an academic journal. He reported that the calculations, like the cube root of an 8-digit number and the seventh root of a 9-digit number, were given to her to solve, and she completed them correctly before Jensen could even copy them down in his notebook. For our country, Shakuntala Devi accomplished many difficult feats that are hard for us to even imagine, but by doing that, she created a legacy that many Indians look up to today. She won the Distinguished Woman of the Year award in 1969, along with a gold medal from the University of Philippines, and this greatly impacted women in the future who wanted to join the STEM field. As she had been growing up, many people doubted her because she was a woman, but with her strength and perseverance, she managed to prove them all wrong. A month before her death, she was honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award in Mumbai in 2013. So remember, as tedious as math may be, there is a very fascinating side of it, and figures like Shakuntala Devi have encountered many difficult obstacles to pave the path to our world today, where we have easier access to education and other resources. If you haven't already, I highly suggest you watch Shakuntala Devi, a very entertaining movie that recounts her life. Shakuntala Devi once said, "Numbers have life, they're not just symbols on paper." Thank you for listening. Namaste.